missing an English word, to participate on this fight too, because I think it's a fight worth to do, especially in our times, to save the Kunsthaus Tacheles, even when I don't have an atelier here.
And surviving means surviving like as an artist, or for you taking part in someone else's battle in a way, it helps you develop?
The Kunsthaus Tacheles helped me a lot, and nobody knew, I didn't know anybody in Berlin when I arrived. Now a lot of people know me in Berlin, since I'm working while I collaborate with the Kunsthaus Tacheles. I mean, it's a personal example of how open Kunsthaus Tacheles can be, and how you can, in a very free manner, realize things, having exhibitions, how it is also a huge network of artists on an international level, I discovered also that ampleur,
the size.
The size of it with the I Support Tacheles blog, where people support from all over the world, really from all over the world, up to Malaysia, to Canada, to New Zealand, to whatever, Argentina. This idea and this concept of Kunsthaus Tacheles. So I think it's a surviving of not only of individual artists, but of an idea of living, of doing art, of a philosophy, being threatened through a society which now is based on the poor idea of profit, to make profit from everything you can. So it became basically Kunsthaus Tacheles became an enormous symbol for a lot of people. I think it's a fight worth doing. Actually, we won it already against Haraldsson Nordbank. So I always say some poor, dirty artist succeeded to force a bank to give up their fight, bank which represents today power. You know. So I said already there, this is something we won since 2008 now.
Can you explain a little bit how that happened, if you know?
Oh no, I'm not Martin, so
okay, alright.
Well, very in a short manner. A short topic is it's Haraldsson Nordbank who owns this area, and basically they wanted to sell this area to an investor, and they wanted to sell it without the artist. So they wanted to get the artist out. They said we can't sell this space with this artist in. And well, they tried it since 2008, if I'm not wrong, and they didn't succeed. Now there is on the 4th of April, I don't know how you say this one, in English.
It's an auction sale.
Auction sale, which means that Haraldsson Nordbank gave up the idea to sell this without the artist. So it's fantastic, you know. And that art and art house can be as powerful that even a bank fails. Resistance, an example of resistance. I mean, nowadays we have a lot of examples of resistance. I want to say hello to Sanatzi and his son who has hot spear. Did you know that his son is getting hot spear?
Yeah, I read that.
Okay.
I tried to
From Sanatzi?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. No.
I gave it a try because I wanted to know what everybody was talking about. And I just couldn't bring myself to read further on after I finished those 20 pages. It was so horrible, and then I started leafing through the book and just reading like small parts.
What is the title of the book?
Deutschland schafft sich ab. It's about that Germany is killing itself by letting too many Islam people into the country.
That's horrible.
Yes, it's it seemed to me.
Money comes.
Yeah, I was just about to say And this
It's information.
reminded me totally of my
The funny thing is what you said about Sabatin. I tried to read Minecraft now. I gave up after 20 pages.
You give up, but then you start reading through the whole thing, and you say, okay, that's crazy. This guy, he's just a weirdo, you know. And the same was the Sabatin book. This guy, he's just a.
The thing I don't understand is how these guys get published. Actually, and they know it's going to make a lot of fuss, so they'll get a lot of.
Because there is apparently a big, well, it's a bestseller, Sabatin.
Oh, it's such a shame.
So it means it's that the crazy old guy, you know, gives his opinion and makes a book that's his right to make. But the thing which is terrible is that so many people buy it. And I got in a fight with young socialists defending Sabatin.
Really?
On Facebook, and at the end, because I went to the position that this Sabatin and his series are not acceptable. At the end, I was counting. They treated me. I am wait a moment. How left autonomous supporter of radical Islamism, which I don't know how it works, but I should create a new party.
But that's also like this back thing. I mean, Sabatin, he was one of the big shots in Berlin. He was a senator of
Financial minister,
he was like this big shot guy, and the same structures like the people who are collecting taxes. It's the big money, and they're trying to manipulate people's opinions, people's views, and all that. You know? And also they themselves, in my opinion, have kind of screwed up view on things. So they're trying
Well, if profit is the only way to see things, necessarily they leave aside all the human part.
That's why the
Issues that others
son gets Hartz IV now, you know? And that's why stinky artists are not wanted to live there anymore, because we're poor and we're doing big profits, and so we're
There are lots of galleries still here.
Well, that's something else. So that's different. It's not
the galleries are profits again.
Their profits, they're established on their profits.
I think Konstantin describes about the mentality because it is
political.
It is a high economical factor.
Sure, I mean, foreign private visitors, they spend money.
They go east from
in our place,
Yes, it attracts people.
You know, maybe it's starting as something, you see, something can work, and it works in a different manner, you know, there's different ideas behind it, and it works. It's like, I compare, for example, the springtime of Prague, we call it. Why was it so dangerous for Soviet Union and why the Americans didn't intervene? Because maybe it was an idea of socialism could work, and so it would become maybe dangerous for the whole repressive system of the Soviet Union. I know that, for example, trading, I know in France that direct trading without money, they try to find legal ways to forbid it. Yeah, because it's a system that might be dangerous for our actual money system. It could work too well. And you don't pay, and you don't pay tax
very well, because I do it all the time.
You don't pay membership. That's
sure.
That's how they argue.
You're free to do what you want and free to share and to
If too many people are doing that, the whole system gets a little bit disturbed.
I taught what's her name? Zana, I instructed her. Well, that's what it's made for. People have to try.
How have you experienced, since you've been in times, that the issue of survival is become more important, or it's always been like that as an artist?
You mean personal?
Yes.
It is, because also I have a job. I mean, it's not like a normal job, but I have a workshop where I earn money.
Yes.
It's
What type of workshop is it?
Well, it's a guitar shop. So I learn guitar and very good.
Oh yes, I think you told me. It's very nice.
So, but that eats a lot of time. And when I come to Catalyst, I'm tired. It's hard for me to go on with my artwork because the struggle for surviving in the city, which is getting more and more expensive and more stressing, and it's getting fuller and fuller.
Yeah, that's just the same.
You know, and it's getting harder and harder just to survive, pay rent. And then I go to Catalyst in the morning and try to work, and then I go to my other work in the afternoon, and then I want to come back to Catalyst to finish what I did, and I just can't. I'm just tired of it. And I think it's getting harder. I can't feel the pressure. So I think it's a good thing to stay here and find as long as you can. Drill big holes in the floor, big hooks in it, and big huge chains around our legs when they come to carry us out, you know?
This is made by Pedro from the manufacturer. It was part of the musical. He did elements, and I thought it symbolizes a little bit the subject, so I brought it to the table. I was wondering, Alex, if you could talk a little bit about your political context, because obviously you're a Belarusian artist, and resistance and survival is something automatic, let's say, for you. I mean, you have to execute the system in Belarusia, and your experience is interesting on the subject.
You see, it's if I can say about the situation. Situation is simple. You see, it is actually it's a lot of
No,